Dear students, we are learning about UV visible spectroscopy. In that UV visible spectroscopy, we are learning about terminology. What is bathochromic shift? What is hypsochromic shift? And today, let us learn about what is hypochromic shift and hyperchromic shift. So, in previous class, we have learned about what is bathochromic shift. So, in presence of oxochrome or any other reagent, if the absorption wavelength of a compound increases to more value, that shift is called as bathochromic shift. Here, in the case of paranitrophenol, uh, its absorption maximum or absorption wavelength value is 255 nanometers when the compound is dissolved in alkaline medium, base nature containing medium, for example, metal hydroxides, we will get a para-nitrophenoxide ion or corresponding metal para-nitrophenoxide ion. Its absorption wavelength value we can see that is 265 nanometers. There will be a change in the value of absorption maxima of a previous compound, and when it is dissolved in alkaline medium, the absorption maxima is increasing. This kind of shift is called simply bathochromic shift or red shift. And we have also discussed about hypsochromic shift or blue shift in presence of a oxochrome or any other reagent, even in presence of solvent also. If a absorption maxima of a compound decrease to the lower lambda max value, that shift is called as uh, hypsochromic shift or blue shift. Aniline, it is appearing, it's showing a 5 to 5 star transition at 280 nanometer wavelength value. Once if it is dissolved in a acidic medium, protetic solvents, then the aniline is simply converting into anilinium ion. For example, the protetic solvent here we have taken is hydrochloric acid, so that the aniline is converting into anilinium hydrochloride ion. It is a salt. So the lambda max value that is equals to 265 nanometers we can observe on the screen. So there will be a decrease in absorption wavelength value of the aniline and anilinium chloride anilinium chloride molecule. So this kind of decrease in the absorption wavelength of a compound when it is dissolved in some suitable solvent or in presence of any other reagents, the shift is called as blue shift or hypsochromic shift. These two things we have elaboratedly studied in previous session. Now let us discuss about what is hyperchromic shift. What is hypochromic shift? Graphically, let us discuss about these four kinds of different shifts possible in UV visible spectroscopy. When the absorption intensity of a compound is increased, it is known as hyperchromic shift. Absorption intensity, in the sense the peak intensity is increased to a maximum value, the shift is called as hyperchromic shift. In a previous case, we have learned the change, we have observed the change in absorption wavelength values. Once the absorption wavelength value increases to the more value, that is called as redshift or bathochromic shift. If the absorption wavelength value decreases to the lower wavelength or lower value, that is called as hypsochromic shift or blue shift. Here hyperchromic shift and hypochromic shifts, they are related with absorption intensity of bands appearing in UV visible spectra of a molecule. Right. Whenever the absorption intensity, the peak height is increased to a maximum value, therefore the shift, that kind of shift of a molecule is called as hyperchromic shift. If a oxochrome introduced to the compound, the intensity of absorption increases. Of course, we have learned about what is oxochrome. Oxochrome is a molecular part which does not directly absorb the radiation in ultraviolet visual region of electromagnetic radiation, but whenever it presents on chromophoric unit or chromophore, it will influence the absorption intensity of a molecule, even absorption wavelength value of the molecule also. Let us have a example. Pyridine, it's a six-membered heterocyclic carbon heterocyclic aromatic compound containing nitrogen atom in it. uh, yeah, we have also studied about the properties of pyridine, chemical properties and physical properties of pyridine in heterocyclic compounds. Here, pyridine is undergoing to 5 to 5 star electron transition at the it's showing a band at uh, lambda max value that is equals to 257 nanometer. Once, if we introduce a methyl group at second position to the pyridine moiety, molecule, then we will get a 2-methyl pyridine. Its lambda max value is 260 nanometers. So we can see the kind of shift it is. What kind of shift it is? Lambda max value is increasing to the more value, so that uh, it is a bathochromic shift in terms of absorption wavelength. But here we are learning about hyperchromic shift, no? So that let us concentrate on the absorption intensity change of a molecule when it is converting from pyridine to 2 methyl pyridine. So in a case of pyridine, the absorption intensity value will be 2750 liters per mole and per second. Liters per mole second. These are the units for absorption intensity coefficient value, that is epsilon. Here the epsilon are Emax value. Emax value of a 2-methyl pyridine is equals to 3560 liter per mole second. Liter per mole second. So we can clearly see the absorption increase in the absorption intensity of the compound from pyridine to 2-methylpyridine. So this kind of change in absorption intensity, this kind of increase in absorption intensity of a compound is called as hyperchromic shift. Hyperchromic shift. Let us go for the discussion regarding to hypochromic shift by taking one example. Whenever a oxochrome present on a chromophoric unit, whenever a compound or chromophore dissolved in a suitable reagent, or whenever a compound uh, 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 undergoing to the reaction in presence of a specific reagent, if absorption intensity of that compound is decreased to the lower value, absorption intensity of that compound, if it is decreased to the lower value, that kind of shift is called as hypochromic shift. Absorption intensity is decreasing. So here let us take an example of naphthalene. Naphthalene absorption intensity value is 19,000 liter per mole second, whereas the 2-methyl are simply uh, beta methyl naphthalene or 2-methyl naphthalene. Absorption intensity value will be 10,250 liter per mole second. So if we introduce a methyl substituent at beta position of naphthal, there will be a huge decrease in absorption intensity value of a compound, that is from 19,000 to 10,250 liter per mole second. This kind of variation, this kind of change, or this kind of decrease in absorption intensity of a compound is called as hyperchromic shift. Hyperchromic shift. Yes, now I think it would be very clear to us that what is bathochromic shift, what is hyptochromic shift, and what is hyperchromic shift and hypochromic shift. Let us combinedly study about these four kinds of shifts of organic molecules in ultraviolet visible spectroscopy. Right. Effect or influence of substrate on absorption and intensity of absorption wavelength and absorption intensity of a band. Now you can see this is the UV visible. For suppose if we consider, let me annotate here, right. See, this is the UV visible band, and this is the UV visible band of a organic compound. For suppose wherever, yeah, here on x-axis the lambda max value we are taking, on y-axis we are taking absorption intensity value, Emax value. Okay, right. See, in presence of a reagent or in presence of a solvent, in presence of any other oxochromic unit, if the absorption wavelength of a compound increase to the more value, absorption wavelength, if it is increased to the maximum value, that is called as bathochromic shift. That shift is called as bathochromic shift. Here we can see what this bathochromic shift is. Okay, if the absorption wavelength of a compound is decreased to the lower value, this is the absorption wavelength value. Here we can see a huge height containing peak, right? So if it is decreased to a lower value, that is called as hypsochromic shift or blue shift. Hypsochromic shift or blue shift, you can see here. Similarly, the absorption intensity, the peak height, if it is increased to the more value, if it is increased to the higher value, that is called as hyperchromic shift. Even if the absorption intensity of a compound or molecule, if it is decreased in presence of some other substituents, then that decrease in absorption intensity of a molecule is called as hypochromic shift. Hyperchromic shift and hypochromic shift, these are the four kinds of shifts that we will see in UV visible spectroscopy. Right. Let us discuss regarding to absorption characteristics of some common chromophores of organic molecules. For suppose if you take a example of alkene, alkene they are having general molecular formula, that is CnH2n with one double bond, with one double bond. So here we have an example of C6H13 CH double bond CH2. So the compound is having 8 carbon atoms in it. Therefore, the molecular formula of the compound is C8H16, where we can find a double bond at terminal carbon atom, so that it is a octane. The molecule is a octane, Whenever this octene dissolved in n-heptane solvent, n-heptane solvent under the influence of UV visible radiation, it will participate in 5 to 5 star transition because it is having a 5 bonded electrons in it. Then for this 5 to 5 star electron transition, the molecule absorb the radiation at the wavelength of 177 nanometers. The lambda max value is 177 nanometers with extinction coefficient value or absorption intensity that is equals to 1300 liter per mole second. Similarly, even if we go for the example of alkynes also, they will undergoes to the 5 to 5 star transition. For example, if we see an example of a molecule that is C7 H12, yeah, how many carbon atoms? These are 5 carbon, 6, 7 and 8, sorry, 8 carbon atoms. So they that molecules molecular formula alkyne we are saying, so that it has to contain one triple bond in it, therefore it would be the molecule with C8H14 molecular formula. So here we can find a double bond at sorry, triple bond. It's here it is showing as quadruple bond. It is not a quadruple bond, it is a triple bond only. So this is 2 octane. The molecule name is 2 octane when it is dissolved in n-heptane solvent. N-heptane solvent. See, we have to remember the influence of solvent also, on in which solvent the compound is dissolving and it is giving for UV visible absorption value, or it is giving UV visible spectra, that will influence the absorption maxima of the compound because of some other polar or non-polar interactions making the molecule is making with solvent. So solvent is playing a important role that we have to remember. Solvent will also influence the absorption wavelength value, even absorption maxima value also. Right. So this 2 octane molecule undergoing to 5 to 5 star transition because it is having a triple bond in it. First, it will the alkyne. This molecule will exhibit three kinds of absorption bands. One is at 178 nanometer wavelength value, and another one is 196. Finally, it will also exhibit a band at 225 nanometers, 225 nanometer absorption frequency value. See, the absorption intensity value will be more, that is 10,000 for the peak which is appearing at absorption wavelength value is equals to 178 nanometers. So this is the difference we can find between alkenes and alkynes. Alkenes exclusively exhibiting one kind of 5 to 5 star transition. Of course, here alkynes, they are also exhibiting 5 to 5 star electron transition, but the three bands are appearing. The up band which is appearing at maximum wavelength value will appears with very less absorption intensity value. It will appears, it is the band we can see with less uh, height. And carbonyl compounds, they are very much important functional groups which can be identified. The basic information regarding to presence of carbonyl compounds in a molecule can be identified through ultraviolet and visible spectroscopy. Carbonyl compounds again classified into two categories that are already we know, they are ketones and aldehydes, whereas the carbonyl carbon is bonded with two other carbon atoms of different alkyl chain, or alkyl moieties, that would be a ketone. Wherever if a carbonyl compound is attached to alkyl chain at one end, uh, at other end if it is containing hydrogen, that would be a aldehyde, that already we have studied. Right, let us discuss what kind of electron transitions that carbonyl compounds undergoes. By seeing the molecule only, we can able to say under which kind of electron transitions the molecule will undergo. Right here, of course, we have also learned about the different kinds of transitions uh, in organic molecules. There are six, but widely seen or widely occurring transitions, they are 5 to 5 star electron transition and n to 5 star electron transition. Right here, whenever this acetone molecule, if it is dissolved in uh, n-hexane solvent, it will exhibit the band at 186 nanometers pertaining to N2 sigma star transition. N2 sigma star transition, and one more absorption band we can observe, we can see at 280 nanometers with the extinction coefficient value or with the absorption intensity value only 16. Very very, of course sometimes we cannot feel, it is almost in a position to merged, in a merged position with the x-axis, in a merged position, a slight hike we will observe at 280 nanometer with a absorption intensity value is equals to 16. That transition is regarding to N to 5 star. That transition is regarding to N to 5 star electron transition. That means the electron present in non-bonding molecular orbital level of oxygen is exciting to 5 star anti-bonding molecular orbital. In a case of N2 sigma star, a electron pair present in non-bonding molecular orbital is undergoing to the activation to sigma star anti-bonding molecular orbital, so that the energy difference between non-bonding molecular orbital and sigma star anti-bonding molecular orbital will be more compared to the energy difference present between non-bonding molecular orbital and 5 star anti-bonding molecular orbital. Right, even for aldehyde case also, there are two kinds of electron transitions possible. Even 5 to 5 star electron transitions also possible, but here we are discussing only about the promotion of lone pair electron present in non-bonding molecular orbital to its corresponding anti-bonding molecular orbital. Either it might be sigma star anti-bonding molecular orbital or it might be 5 star anti-bonding molecular orbital. So aldehyde, it will exhibit the N2 sigma star transition at 180 nanometer wavelength value. The intensity, absorption intensity will be very very large. So this is the difference we can find. This is the difference we can find with aldehydes and ketones. The first N2 sigma, the transition regarding to N2 sigma star for aldehydes will appears with more and more absorption intensity value, and it would be at 180 nanometer absorption wavelength value. Even we can also see one more transition that is pertaining to N2 5 star electron transition at absorption maxima that is equals to 293 nanometers with very very little absorption intensity value. So this is the difference we can clearly see in a case of the bands appearing for ketones and aldehydes in ultraviolet visible spectroscopy. Now let us discuss about the absorption intensity values and absorption wavelength values, and what kind of transition that are taking place in carboxylic acid compounds and their derivatives. See, carboxylic acid N2 5-star transition will appears at 204 nanometers. See, the solvent is different one, ethanol, polar solvent that we are using. So this polar solvent will also make the polar interactions with the carbonyl oxygen and carbonyl hydroxy group also. So this polar interaction will influences the absorption frequencies of that corresponding functional groups. So whenever the carboxylic acid moiety or carboxylic acid dissolved in ethanol, this is acetic acid exclusively, acetic acid. If it is dissolved in ethanol, it will show it will exhibit a absorption band at 204 nanometer wavelength value, that is lambda max value. You can also see the absorption intensity value will be very little, that is 41 liter per mole second. The transition taking place is N2 5-star transition. N2 5-star transition. So the lone pair electrons present at non-bonding molecular orbital level of carbonyl oxygen, they are undergoing to the activation to 5-star anti-bonding molecular orbital. Similarly, one more compound, that is derivative of carboxylic acid. When a carboxylic acid is treated with ammonia, we will get amide. It is a derivative of carboxylic acid. Now you can see the solvent is water. Whenever the acetamide is dissolved in water, acetamide dissolved in water, so that it will exhibits a absorption band at 214 nanometer wavelength value with absorption intensity value is equals to 60 liter per mole second, and the transition taking place here is N2 5-star transition. Even in nitro case, nitro compounds case, nitroso compounds case, nitrate compounds case, we can see the different absorption frequencies and intensity, absorption wavelength values, and absorption uh, intensity values also. Right. So far, we have studied about hyperchromic shift, hypochromic shift, and combinedly we have discussed about bathochromic, hypsochromic, hyperchromic, and hypochromic shift, and we have also studied about uh, the characteristic absorption peaks regarding to various functional groups of organic molecules. Thank you.